Whether you call them potato pancakes, or latkes, or Latkes, like my father-in-law, or boxty if you're in Ireland, Reibekuchen if you're in Germany, and Doraniki if you're in Russia, then you already know how delicious these are. For those of you that have no idea what I'm talking about, grab your Lipitor, because today we're plating up potato pancakes, or whatever you want to call them, that are sure to be a hit any time of the year, but especially the holidays. You're in for a treat. I'm always a little surprised that these aren't more popular in the US. Granted, I was introduced to these by my father. Every once in a while, my father would get a hankering, and when we saw him lining kitchen counters with brown paper bags, me and my brother would both conspire to see who could pilfer the most potato pancakes without getting caught by the old man. And I think if you try this recipe, you're going to encounter a similar problem where they somehow manage to disappear faster than you can make them. And it doesn't take a lot of ingredients to make these either. And let me show you what they are. Now, as you can probably guess by the name of this dish, you're gonna need some potatoes, half an onion, 1 egg, some flour, some potato starch, some baking soda, baking powder. Don't want to mess that one up. Some salt and pepper, and finally some chives for garnish later. So the first thing we need to do is peel our potatoes. I recommend putting down some paper towel or just a regular towel. That way when you peel your potatoes, all the peelings will end up here and it'll be easy cleanup. Also, I recommend you have a bowl of water so that you can put your peeled potatoes in here and keep them from turning brown. One down. All your peelings are on the paper towel and not your cutting board, so it's easy cleanup. Before we grate our potatoes, let's combine all our other ingredients so we have them ready to go. The thing is, once you start grating your potatoes, they'll begin to oxidize, meaning they're gonna turn brown, which is okay. It's totally safe and it's nothing to worry about, but the clock is ticking, so you do wanna move rather quickly. All right, so everyone into the pool. Our egg, flour, potato starch, which will help develop crispiness on the outside, baking soda, which will add fluffiness inside, salt, black pepper, and white pepper. Now you can adjust the salt and pepper after you fry up a test potato pancake, or 2, maybe 3. Mix, make sure it's well combined, and set aside. So it's also a good idea to get your pan heated up for frying. I recommend either cast iron or this enamel coated cast iron. They just help to regulate the temperature better, and so you don't see any wild fluctuations. Now set your frying pan over a low flame, and then add about 1/4 inch of neutral cooking oil. That can be vegetable, canola, or peanut in my case. And again, you're not trying to get this up to frying temperature. You just want to warm it up and have it ready to go when you are. Now it's time to grate potatoes. Now you could use a food processor with one of those grating disc attachments. However, I'm going to use a box grater, affectionately known as a knuckle grater. You'll notice it has multiple different sides with different types of grates. For our purposes, we want the side with the largest grates. The one reason I'm opting for a box grater is that I don't have a lot of potatoes to actually grate. And frankly, I think it gives you a better texture than a food processor. Place a clean tea towel or cheesecloth on your kitchen counter because we'll be grating directly onto it. Now, We've all probably put a little more of ourselves into some of our dishes than we care to admit because of this contraption. So when your potato gets small, use the palm of your hand or just chuck it to be safe. Get out as much potato as you can from your grater. Bring the ends of your tea towel together. Twist and squeeze like your life depends on it. Obviously, you can just do this over the kitchen sink instead of a bowl like me, but I wanted to show you a nifty trick. Here's the bowl where I drained my potatoes. See that white residue at the bottom? That's potato starch. So, if you couldn't find potato starch at your local grocery store, just remove as much water as you can and you're good to go. Now empty your grated potatoes into a new, clean bowl. We need that tea towel. So make sure you lay down your tea towel as best you can again. Use your Samo box grater, and now we need to grate this onion. I'm not crying. You're crying. All right, that's enough. Just like we did with the potatoes, squeeze as much liquid as you can out of the onions. Add your grated potatoes and onions to your egg mixture and thoroughly combine. You really want to mix well to give the ingredients a chance to do their magic. What you're aiming for is a mixture that's a bit tacky, indicating it should hold its shape. You could put some of the mixture into your hand and see if you can form a patty. If it seems too wet, just add a bit more potato starch or flour. If it's too dry, try adding a bit more salt. And if that doesn't work, try a bit more egg. But just do adjustments little by little. Now, if you're cool like me, you probably have an infrared thermometer. If not, a regular thermometer is fine. Essentially, you just want to keep checking to make sure that your temperature is hovering around 350. I find that's kind of the sweet spot for potato pancakes. Too low, and your potatoes will suck up all the oil. Too high, and they're going to burn. Now, don't forget, this first potato pancake is just for the chef. Plus, we also need to adjust salt and pepper after we taste it. Using another spoon or strainer, try to remove any stray potato bits from the oil occasionally, because they'll just burn and leave a burnt, bitter taste in your potato pancakes. Give it a little try. Hopefully you could hear the crunch on that potato pancake. Now, adjust your seasoning as needed. I like to use a simple spoon to place some of the potato mixture into the oil, then use a spatula to lightly press it down and to help flip them over. Some people form patties by hand. Do what works for you. You basically want to cook each potato pancake about 2 to 3 minutes per side, but just keep checking them. And don't forget to keep an eye on the temperature of your oil. When a potato is done, simply remove it to a tray with a wire rack to cool. Add a little salt as soon as it comes out of the oil, if you think it needs it. You can also hold these potato pancakes in your oven on a warm setting or the lowest possible temperature until you're ready to serve. Let's plate these up. And to put to bed that whole debate of applesauce versus sour cream, I say why not both? And if this is wrong, I don't want to be right. Well, I hope you like the recipe and give it a try. And if you do, please let me know in the comments below. Appreciate if you hit that like button and consider subscribing, as we have a lot more content headed your way. In the meantime, I hope you, your family, and your friends have a very happy holidays, and consider the applesauce and sour cream together.